Hi, y'all. This is Kristen Chenoweth.
Hi, I'm Gloria Stefan.
This is Sarah Bareilles.
Hi, I'm Patty LuPone.
This is Lin-Manuel Miranda. You're listening to the Broadway Podcast Network.
Hi, everyone. It's Tommy.
Angelica's still on a honeymoon, and I'm Uncle Phil.
And you are listening to
Real Talk.
Thank you so much for joining us, everyone. We're so excited to be doing this episode.
I'm excited.
It's the first time that it's just me and my dad. This is great. This is so nice. Father-son bonding.
Okay.
Yeah. This is great. We got no female energy. That's going to be a little weird, but we must prevail.
Yeah. I'm all for it. Some people do say I have some female energy.
You do watch a lot of Glee and Girl Meets World.
Glee's one of the best TV shows ever made. So
cool. Okay, great. So my dad's a Gleek. Where do we begin?
Well, I just want to say I do miss Angelica.
I know. I miss her too.
I miss her, her opinions, even though some of the times they're wrong.
I know. We miss her a lot. We do.
Yeah. Even she knows they're wrong sometimes.
I mean, Dad, she can't defend herself right now. Why would you go there?
I'll stop. All right.
Yeah, it's not. It started off with a nice sentiment, and then you just took it in the wrong direction.
I know, but I do miss her.
Okay, good. Let's leave it there. You know,
all right.
We miss
all
her
right.
too.
So we got 3 shows to talk about tonight. So
yes.
Which one do you want to talk about first?
The most boring. Let's start with the worst. The challenge.
You see, now that's not right.
It's boring.
I don't feel that way at all. I'm going to tell you that I love this episode, and I'm a little fired up about this episode. I got to say, Josh, this was your episode.
Yeah, he did good.
You ran the show.
Yeah, he really did. He did great.
Very excited about Josh.
Yeah. Josh was great in his, what is that called? I said tribal council, but it's not tribal council. What is that called?
No, I don't know what it's called.
I don't know, whatever. When they all meet. He was great in that. I like everything he had to say. It was pretty crazy that he was able to steamroll the ladies into
exactly
voting
what
out.
He wanted.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. And it was also crazy that Tiffany and Michelle threw their vote. That was pretty wild.
Yeah. I'm going to say...
Not surprising, though. They are very strategic, and they're here to play a game. I think that they're loyal, but I think at the end of the day, they're loyal to themselves, which I like.
That's the way to play the game.
Yeah.
And also, they didn't want to go in. They were afraid that Josh was going to make it a tie and then send the red team down. And that's why they changed their vote.
Yeah. I totally get it. I think it was
absolutely
a fine decision, honestly.
Mm-hmm. The other thing I want to say is, Amanda, I love you. You are great TV. It's going to be a shame that you're off the show. By the way,
I don't feel that way.
All right, you don't feel that way because I know you're really good friends with Michelle, and they're beefing with each other, right?
I just think that she's here to shake up the game and to make fun
right.
TV.
She's great TV, right?
But there are people there that are really trying to play a game, and when you have someone that's that chaotic, you don't want to align with them because you can't rely on them.
Well,
that's it.
Her really good friends are not on the show right now, so she's with a bunch of people she doesn't like. That's the bottom line.
I don't know. I don't think that it's it's not the kind of person I would want to align with.
Okay, that's fine. You could say that.
But that's kind of all there is to talk about with the challenge. It was pretty boring.
I get it. Bananas went off a little bit, right? Because, he was being picked on.
I like that he switched teams.
Absolutely.
I thought that was pretty cool.
He knows how to play the game. He's a seasoned vet.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. But you know what I did see on other podcasts, which I thought it was pretty funny. Alyssa Lopez, apparently after Johnny switched to the blue team, they went back into the house and she pulled him to the side, and he was thinking that it was going to be her saying, let's make amends, let's work together, let's put this behind us. But instead she was like, let me tell you all the reasons why I don't like you. And she told him all the reasons why she doesn't like him.
No way.
And apparently that's what she did. I think that's so funny and so great. She's running the show and I'm obsessed with her. She's amazing.
Wow.
She's
really
great.
Cool. That's really cool.
She's such a badass. She's such a force to be reckoned with. I love her on the show, and I love watching her compete.
Okay. I listen. I like her too.
Okay. There's just something about it that's missing. Like, it's just not as exciting as Big Brother.
It's not Big
and
Brother, right?
I don't know why.
And
It's
the
just,
thing is, you watch an episode and you got all week. It's already been filmed. So
this has been on twice a week, and we're still not into it as much.
I am. I love the show.
Yeah, I do. I like it better than season 1 for sure. But
Okay.
and I actually like it better than the MTV main show. Honestly, I just don't think I like the challenge that much. It's not for me.
Well, all right.
Yeah, it's not for me. I'm more of a Big Brother person. But speaking of, I actually kind of am bored by Big Brother too. I've never felt like, because I've always kept up with the live feeds, I've never felt like I didn't enjoy the episodes, but I'm truly not enjoying the episodes. And I think it's because so much is happening on the feeds that we're not getting on the episodes at all. The back and forth, the flip-flopping, the intertwining alliances.
Tomorrow night, I think you're going to get that.
I mean, we've been waiting for it. It's been going on all season. These live feeds have been the sickest live feeds in years. Since I can honestly remember, we haven't had feeds like this.
No, it's chaotic.
The episodes are boring. Why are the episodes boring? Is it because of the writer's strike?
Oh.
Is it because they're focusing so much on the competitions and the like fluff, and it's just like, we need strategy, we need gaming, we need backstabbing. It's happening. It's in the house, but it's not on the show. Where is it?
I'm gonna agree with you here. I'm gonna absolutely agree with you.
What is going on? Is it the editing? Is it? I don't know.
I think that part of it may be tomorrow night is got to be the back and forth. It has to. If it's not on tomorrow night, then you're absolutely right. And this is just them doing the same formula.
They didn't even do it with Riley, and there was so much back and forth with Riley, and they just didn't show it. And now we're having it again with all the alliances, and Hassam is even potentially going to stay now, is the latest.
Listen,
I don't think so.
These are dumb. Some of them are dumb house guests.
Yeah, they are pretty dumb.
Some of them. I'm a little disappointed in Cerie.
Why? She's amazing.
As a seasoned veteran of reality TV, she is going back and forth. And this is not Survivor. This is Big Brother. You have a week to make this decision. Well, what is it, 4 days to make the decision?
Yeah, but that's a lot of time.
Right. And she's going back and forth and creating problems for herself, because Hassam he could sit there and say, if you save me, I'm going to be loyal to you. He's not loyal to them anymore. He is going to get them. And he knows it was Cerie.
Yeah. So why are you disappointed in her?
Because
she's
a bad move by
she's entertaining
her.
the idea of potentially.
Yeah, that's a
keeping
bad
him.
move by her. And you wouldn't think that there would be she would make that move. Like,
I got to be honest, like I really do think that Cerie is incredible. She is a master. But even though she's a master, I still think that everybody else is just dumb, and that's kind of why she's getting away with it. I feel like nobody else is catching on to her. She currently is in 3 8-person alliances.
Right. But
that's nuts.
Once again, that's not really, you'd think she would do better than that, is my point.
No, but she's doing great. She's running the house, so she cannot be doing better.
It will
than she
be
is right now.
backfired very soon.
We keep saying that. Remember, she was backed into a corner a couple of weeks ago, and she got out of it. I have a feeling it's just going to keep going like this. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if she won the whole thing.
No way.
Yes.
No way.
Yes.
No way.
I don't know. I think she's
telling
very
you, no
well
way.
protected. We've got her, then she's got Izzy, she's got Felicia, she's got Jared, who's now got Blue. Like, there's a lot of padding.
I get that.
There's a lot of padding.
I get that, but she's made major mistakes, and it's going to come back to bite her. If they keep Hassam,
she finds a way out of it every single
I'll tell you
time.
right now,
She finds a way out of it.
If they keep Hassam, she's going home very soon.
They're not keeping Hassam. I do feel bad for him. Like, if these house guests were smart, they would realize that the alliance kicked him to the curb, and they'll do the same to you. Why would you trust him? The issue is Riley really trusted Cerie leaving the house, and she said to Matt and Blue, and Jag, go with Cerie before she left. So now they have that in the back of their head that their number one said, go with Cerie. They want to go with Cerie. They want to stick with her. So now Cerie has literally everybody in the house except for America. But now I think she even has America like in a side alliance too. Literally the entire house is in an alliance with Cerie. She's running circles around these people. It's exactly what Angelica said it was going to be. Cerie is a master at this game for a reason, at reality TV games. And she's proving that Big Brother is just another walk in the park for her.
Okay, let me ask you, if it was a smarter cast, do you think she'd be running circles around them?
That is a great question, and I'm asking myself the same question.
And that's what I'm saying. She's not playing well. She's lucky she's in with this cast, and her son's on it, who is feeding her information from the other side. I'm telling you, if she was not on with this cast and with her son, she would not be doing well. That's it. She does miss them. She does get them to think her way when she's talking to them. She's made major mistakes that if another cast would find that out, she'd be out the door.
Corey's the only hope. Corey is the only other one in the house who can see through all of the bullshit. Even if he's not in every alliance, he sees all of the alliances and he sees what's going on in the house around him.
Yes.
So he's truly the only hope. I love America. You know I love America.
Well, are we doing a relates right now? Is that what we're doing?
This wasn't the relates, no.
Okay.
Because my relates have nothing to do with Big Brother or the challenge. I want to talk about the ultimatum after that.
Okay, well, my relates, I didn't know we were doing that in the other shows.
No, yeah.
I had it for this, right? And I'm agreeing with you right now. My relates are Corey.
All right, it's time for the relates, I guess.
Yes.
So.
Well, because you started doing them.
No, I didn't.
Well, you started using my things, and I would get nervous when you start using my.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Sorry to make you nervous.
I love Mimi, Corey, and Red. I think they are really. No, Red is actually smart. Don't give me that.
Red is an idiot. I'm sorry.
Are you kidding me?
He's so stupid.
All right. Well, I believe that those three. If you watch Mimi, she's like, "What's wrong with this house?" She's onto them.
I didn't say Mimi's stupid. I love her.
Right. She's great.
She's
Corey and Red, I think, have been playing great. I hate Cerie's gameplay and the house's stupidity. Like to go when you backdoor Hisam, whatever his name is. When you backdoor Hisam, you cannot turn around and say no, forget it. That is a huge mistake. Now, you can disagree about backdooring him. You could say that's a stupid mistake because your shield is gone, and I get that, right? But then don't backdoor him. Once you backdoor him, your shield is gone anyway. He's gonna remember that. In the first opportunity, he's gonna get rid of you.
Yeah, I do think it was dumb for them to get rid of Hisam, but they did, and there's no going back now. There was talk of them flipping back again.
And Corey was like, no, this is dumb. This doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, Corey was right in doing that. Mm-hmm. He's smart.
Right now, all day, they were playing house ping pong, back and forth, right? That's what this house nickname is, ping pong.
Yeah, I completely agree. I do love America, but she is running her mouth a little bit too much, and America's in a really tough position because she also sees what's going on in the house. She sees that Cerie, Felicia, and Izzy are running the show. But she can't do anything about it because every time she tries to talk about it with somebody, they run back and tell Cerie, Izzy, and Felicia. So America is just like, she's got nothing to work with at all. She's in a tough position. She wanted to potentially keep Hisam, but it came out that she was trying to do that. And so, I love America, but I think that she's becoming a big target. Hopefully she can.
I hope not, because I'm losing my whole team.
I know, me too. Honestly, we know Angelica's got the best team. By the way, just time for a score update. So far, I'm in the lead with 12 points. Angelica is in second place
11.
with 11 points. And my dad is in third place
8.
with 8 points. And now it looks like Hassam will leave tomorrow, and then I will be down another person every
And
week. That
Angelica
stinks.
will be flying by unless Cameron goes home.
Speaking of Felicia, she is cutthroat with her diary room sessions.
She really is, except once again, you can't go out. You're going home, Hassam. And then turn around and go, oh, I wanted to keep him.
It's really interesting because I feel like you always root for the underdog. And in the beginning of the season, the professors, Cerie, Felicia, Izzy, they were the underdogs and we were rooting for them. But now they're on top. And I do feel like the power is kind of getting to them. I find myself rooting for anyone but them. But the truth is, like, why am I rooting against them? They're playing great. Like, that's what I should be rooting for. But it's human nature to root for the underdog.
Well, and also it's a little bit unfair. They were getting the information from Jared.
Yeah, but that's part of the game. That's just the way that the cards were dealt.
Okay.
That's it.
I thought there was a funny segment tonight with Jared and Blue, a little bit flirtatious, and then Cerie in the background going, oh, and they made it look like the devil or something.
Yeah, that was funny.
That was really a funny episode.
That was great.
Segment.
That's got to be so weird. Jared's pulling some weird shit. Weird shit. Like, just like the way he talks to Blue, it's so like weird and kind of skeevy. It's the way they talk to each other, honestly, is like very weird. Like, it's not a showmance that I'm rooting for. America and Corey, though, obsessed beyond. Love them. I don't care that she's older than him. I want them together.
I actually love Corey. I'm glad I got Corey on my team. He's one of the.
He's literally the best. You got the best person on your team.
Yeah. I know he knows the game, and
Yep.
I think we talked about this, but I loved when he was leaving the first voting session and goes, "Beat you." To his brother.
Yeah, that was great. That was great. So what else is going on in the house that we can update people
so
on?
when Felicia said to Jag, I need you to go up as a pawn, we're going to backdoor Heisem. She should have told him, Heisem wants you out. She didn't say that. And I'm not sure where is Jag stand in all this back and forth.
Well, funny enough, Jag is totally loyal to the Cerie, Felicia, Izzy triangle, and he really shouldn't be. Felicia just ripped him a new asshole on the feeds. She literally screamed at him, yelled at him for a whole other intertwined thing that I'm not even going to get into. But the point is, it's so obvious. If you look at the way that the house is like set up, it's so obvious that these people are double timing everybody else, but they're just not picking up on it. The house guests are not seeing it. Jag is eating out of the palm of their hands. Jag is totally team Felicia, Cerie, and Izzy.
Okay.
Even though she literally ripped him apart.
Well, yeah. And then had to apologize. But she said, I read about this. And then when she took him on the side and apologized a little bit. And then he gave it, well, because you misunderstood. And then she went, well, no, not really. Right. She's,
yeah.
Like, it's
No,
insane.
Felicia's a hard ass. It's actually a little scary sometimes.
Did you see how she was acting when she finally mentioned his psalm?
Yeah.
And then she's like smiling and going,
yeah.
I did it.
I know. It's interesting because, like, again, it goes back to what I was saying, how you root for the underdog, but then when the underdog is on top, they're no longer the underdog. The power switched, and now we went from having a split house to just a huge alliance. It's
like
the
a
whole
circle.
house.
It's like a circle.
It's the whole house versus America, Red, and Cameron. That's it.
But it's like a circle because they're all part of, like, they're.
Yeah, it's a circle, and you know who's in the center? Cerie Fields. Something else that's very exciting. Tomorrow, the pressure cooker is coming up. So for anyone that doesn't know, the pressure cooker is an iconic competition that was played in BB 6 or 7. And it still is the longest competition to date, 14 hours long. And what you have to do is each house guest goes in a little, it's like a little greenhouse room, and they each have to press a button and hold on to that button for as long as they can. We don't know if this version of the pressure cooker is going to be the same or if it's going to be a little different, but if it's anything like the last version, this could be a very intense competition, and it's one that the fans are really looking forward to and really excited about.
So one of the my favorite things of the old Big Brother was these type of events, right? They had Dick Donato was standing on a thing and it was spinning around. He had to jump up and down by holding on to something, and the rain was hitting him. And he was an older guy and beat the young buff guy. They don't have those things anymore. Those long, everything's got to be short. Attention spans are small.
Yeah, and it's just all like fluff. Like,
right?
I did like today's competition, I will say. The competitions have not been great this season, but tonight's I really enjoyed.
I
love the eggs competition. I love when they're stuck in that goo. It's funny. It's lighthearted. It's very Big Brother, and it's still a good competition.
And Felicia was really funny.
So funny. Her rolling around was so amazing. It was great. I loved it. It was great. But this is what I was getting at about the pressure cooker. America told a story on the feeds how she competed on this game on the phone. It was Mr. Beast. You know Mr. Beast? Mr. Beast is like a social media name, I guess is the best way to put it. He is a media company. And he came out with a game, Mr. Beast, where you just had to hold on to a button on your phone. Whoever held on to it the longest won. She held on for like a crazy amount of time. She was telling the story randomly on the feeds, how she decided to last minute play this game, and she held on to that button for like, I forget what she said, but I think it was like 47 hours. Like, it was a crazy amount of time. So
that's insane.
I know. I don't know if it was 47. I may be making that up, but it was a really long time. And when people saw her tell this story, we all know that the pressure cooker's coming up. So all the fans are so excited for America to compete. I'm hoping that she takes this one, and I really think that she has a good shot if it's anything like that Mr. Beast competition that she played.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens with that tomorrow night. I'm very excited.
Me too.
I'm rooting for America. I'm rooting for Nicole. I love the middle people. That's who I'm rooting for right now. Corey.
All right. Now, you made me watch another show tonight.
Yes.
All right,
and this was my favorite show that I've watched this week. The Ultimatum. Season 2. Marry or Move On. I love it. I love this show. I think it's the craziest premise. For anyone that doesn't know, The Ultimatum revolves around, it's a show on Netflix, revolves around a bunch of couples. I think there's like 6 couples, and they each go into this experiment. One of the members of the couple gives the other one an ultimatum. They either get engaged at the end of this experiment, or they move on from each other and stop dating. But throughout the process, they break up with each other, and they connect with and live with another partner. They switch partners for 6 weeks. So I loved season 1. I thought it was great. We had some great couples come out of it. We had some great drama come out of it. I loved the queer season that they came out with was literally some of the best TV I've ever watched. And now we've got the second season of the straight couple version. And I loved it. We just watched the first episode, but I'm already hooked.
Okay. I don't like these dating shows, as you guys know from my talk about The Bachelor.
The Netflix ones are different. The Bachelor feels very produced, and it feels like very fake, but I do feel like the Netflix shows, The Ultimatum, Love is Blind, even Perfect Match was super fun and super cute. I feel like these shows are...
Okay.
Netflix has it figured out.
I don't like anybody on the show right now. I'm watching them all, and I think the ones that don't want to get married, and it could be the editing, right? Because they're really not nice people. I mean, they're kind of, mean.
Yes. I will say it's very interesting watching the show because I do think that the editors make these people look horrible on purpose, but they can't be that bad. It's got to just be like the worst moments that they had all pieced together, or they piece other parts together to get this shitty character. I don't know. I mean, on the first season, we had the messiest, most drama-filled couple got married, and still to this day, they have a beautiful family. They're married with babies.
I get confused on the Netflix shows, which is which, because I watched them.
Remember,
all
it was
with
the girl Maddie. She was like drunk all the time, and then her
she was blonde.
Yeah, she was blonde.
And
she was
they're
always
together,
selling
and
words.
they have a baby.
They're together. They have 2 babies, I'm pretty sure, and they're still happy and in love.
Yeah,
and the show made it look like they were both horrible monsters.
I actually did like that.
I loved that.
I did like that season.
Yes.
But I got to be honest with you.
Colby, that's his name. Maddie and Colby.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I circled this, right? There's Rian.
Yeah, what were your first impressions? Who did you like right away? Just give me your top 3 favorite people.
I didn't write that down, but
Well, just tell me off the top of your head. You're looking at the names now.
so Rian,
Yep.
I liked her.
Why'd you like her? Because she's pretty? She's the prettiest one. She is.
Yeah, she's the one that's with the guy from 16 years old, right?
No.
Yeah.
That's not Rian.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about Ryan.
Ryan.
Yeah, Rian is
Oh,
the pretty black
she's
girl.
with Trey.
Yes.
I don't like her.
Yeah, she's there just to be on TV, it feels
Yeah,
like.
she already said that
The other guy was hot.
Brian
Yeah, Brian was hot.
was hot.
But that's fine if you're just saying someone's hot. That's not an insult.
Right
really.
off the, I can't be on the show. I can never be on the show. I'd be
married.
worse. I'd be
Why-
worse than Lisa.
You are happily married, so you wouldn't be
I'm
on
saying
the show.
even when I was single, I couldn't be on the show.
Because you're a jealous person.
I am worse than Lisa. I
right.
don't get it.
Here's what
I'm
I'll
going to
say.
go on a show and say, I'm going to force you to marry me, but we're going to go on a show and I'm going to watch you make out with another person. Are you nuts?
I do think that you come from a generation where it's okay to be controlling with your partners, and I don't respond to that well at all. I believe in
Joey, you're in trouble.
I believe in being just,
Joey's going to be asking you to go on the show soon. Who knows?
No, and I'm not asking Joey to go on the show because I'm confident in our relationship. Lisa and Brian clearly have a very toxic relationship.
She's nuts.
He's nuts too.
I was feeling bad for her. She
is-
was crying. I was feeling bad, and then she started acting like worse.
No,
than
but
me.
that is editing
I'd be
make
worse.
her that is editing making her look bad. But I'm telling you, she was upset, but it was for a good reason. They just left it out. But she was 100% right. He was totally 1,000,000,000% flirting with Rianne.
But that's why you're on the show.
Rianne. I forgot
That's why you're on the show. That's what I'm saying.
Well, now
you
he's,
can't go on the show.
Now he's
then.
dying to stay because he just wants to hook up with Rianne. So she sees right through that, and she's getting pissed off. It's really hurting her. Yeah, she gave him the ultimatum. She said she wanted to go on the show, but joke's on her. He wants to be on the show now, and she wants to leave.
Right.
But that's it.
I'm going to tell you right now, they're not going to stay together.
No, but I'm telling you, knowing the editing of the ultimatum, watch. They're the couple that's going to stay together and
No
will be
way.
happily married.
No way.
We'll see.
No way.
We're going to have to roll back the tapes in time. But I'm telling you, it's always the most toxic couple that winds up coming out being the happily married one.
I don't even know if she's going to stay.
We'll see.
Right.
We will see.
Yeah. So Ryan, right, with
Yeah.
James. James is a douche.
He does seem like a douchebag. Yes,
I mean, he
does.
really does. What?
Ryan and James, for anyone that that's just trying to catch up, they've been together since they're 16 years old. They're high school sweethearts. They're still together. She gave him the ultimatum. She's just this sweet Southern belle. I wonder if she maybe does have a crazy side, but we
I haven't
didn't
seen
see
it
it
yet.
We haven't seen it in episode 1. But she's really sweet and really cute, and he's just kind of a dud.
There was Kat and Alex.
I love Kat. She looks like a deer in headlights. She is so confused all the time and looks so nervous
I think
and
she's
shaky.
going to be crazy.
She looks a little nuts because her eyes are bulging out of her head. But I really like her. I think she's really cute. I really like her.
In the intro, when they're first talking, I felt bad for her because she really looks like she loves the guy. And it's like, why don't you want to get married? I don't get it.
Yeah.
So
I know.
I just think they're mean shows. They're mean.
I mean, they agreed to go on, so
Right. And that's why Lisa, can't be acting like that. Although I agree with you. She has good reason. She's seen it.
she knows.
Yeah.
She has good reason. She knows exactly what he's about. And the truth is, it's a toxic relationship. It sounds like they just shouldn't be together. And she was hoping that by going into this experiment, it would shake him up a little bit and maybe he would want to be with her. But it seems like it's having the opposite effect already.
Absolutely.
And she's getting nervous. She's getting cold feet. But there's no going back now. He said we're either leaving here having done this or leaving here apart.
Right.
We're either leaving separate or that's it.
Right. Because she knows he wants to hook up. But then there's Roxanne and Antonio.
I like Roxanne.
Antonio gave her the ultimatum.
Yeah, I like Roxanne. Right? She's a badass.
I don't like her eyebrows.
Sure. Her eyebrows are
They're
a lot.
distracting to me.
They're laminated eyebrows where they comb them up and plaster them down.
So that's a look on purpose.
Yeah. Yes, that's a look on purpose.
Bad look. I also think that she's not really a nice person. She doesn't want to get married because she doesn't really like him.
I don't know. Maybe not. Time will tell.
She's telling people, maybe I don't have the right person in her dates.
Yes, that's a possibility. They're on the show. Of course that's a possibility. That's not weird for her to say.
All right.
I liked her. She grew on me. At first, she was very harsh. I think that she has potential to be the villain, but there's something about her that I really liked. I think I liked that she was an ambitious woman. She's a boss-ass bitch. I love that.
All right.
She's an owner of a company. That's what's really important to her is ambition.
She's very, very, very...
She's powerful.
Powerful,
I like
confident woman.
I like that.
Right? Without a doubt. There was one person I didn't write down who said it, says, you got to trust the process. Right? That's what they said. Well, I don't trust the process. The process is there to really break you up.
The process is there to make a good show. The process is not there because it works. I do agree with that. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
but I think it's going to be a great season. So this is only episode 1. Everyone go watch and catch up. Well, we got a couple of questions from viewers. Let's see what we got.
By the way, this red cup is just water. Just letting people know. I know I got a red Solo cup here. I got a little bit of a pain in my chest, but it's from gas.
Oh, okay. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, it gets, you get nervous when you get a pain in your chest, but it's definitely gas.
That's scary, Dad. I didn't even think about that. I'm glad you're okay. You have to cut your toenails. They're very long. Okay, first question is from P.S. Tressler. Thoughts on the Hassam blindside? I think that this is the perfect example of if you're not a good roommate, you will get voted out of the Big Brother house. It doesn't matter who you are good for their game, who your alliance members are. If you're annoying people, you're going to get voted out. That's what we saw with Hassam. He was very condescending. He has no social skills. And yeah, he's just struggling with people. But do I think that he was bad for people's game? No, I don't. I think that he was actually pretty good for people's games. But they didn't care because he was annoying. That's it.
Yeah. On Reddit, I read...
Are you okay? Because you're holding your chest.
Yeah, and I have a pain, so that's all.
But it is just gas?
I'm sure it's gas.
Are you sure?
I get this every so often, so...
Do you need to massage it or something?
Well, we're almost finished, so...
Right. I get nervous that you're just holding onto your chest.
Anyway,
okay.
So my feeling on Reddit, I was reading a Reddit thing, and somebody who works with Hassam and said that's not him. He doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't act like that in real life. So he's like, I don't blame these house guests because I wouldn't want to be around that person, but that's not the Hassam that I know.
Yeah, I bet there's more to him than we see. But in the game, he's very annoying and very condescending. I want him to stay. I do like him. Next question is from It's Vani. How would you manage if you lived in a house with Hassam? Let's go to you first.
I would not be able to take that personality when he was being condescending. Well, let me put it this way. Am I in power like Felicia is, where he's telling her what she has to do? Or,
give us both scenarios. Right. How would you live in the house with him?
So if I'm Felicia and I just want HOH and I say, well, I'm thinking of doing this. No, you got to do this. No. If you're smart, you do this. You have to listen to me. I wouldn't do well with that. I'd be like, okay, you're going on the block. I would have done this. What she's doing, I would have done this. because you're right. You wouldn't put him on the block originally because he can win the veto. I think what she did was absolutely right. Now, let's say you're Riley. Again, you're the HOH, and he's interrogating you. Like, it's just not. When he was the HOH, he was telling people, he would ask a question and then answer it.
Yeah.
I don't deal well with people like that.
Yeah, I hear you. I think if I was in the house and Hassam was public enemy number one, I would just choose to roll with that, because whenever the house has a common enemy, it brings everyone else together. And that's unfortunate, but it is the truth of Big Brother. So if I was in the house with Hassam, I feel like I'd be fine. I feel like I'd be like, I don't know. I've learned how to deal with all different kinds of people. I'd be fine. But if everyone else was not loving him, that's okay. Like, that's good for my game, you know?
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't protect him. I wouldn't go out of my way to be like, hey, you need to, like, watch out. People are starting to talk. Let him make his own bed. That's it.
Right. Then it's not on you that week.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
I also will say that the new Big Brother is very confusing, that they all have to vote unanimously for the HOH. I don't get that, because the HOH can't play next week. So why do you all have to be on, all right, we're all going to, this is what the HOH wants, let's all do it. I don't get that.
I hope that we'll see that break off at some point. You're right. I don't like that either. It's annoying. This next question's from Tommy DeVito 03. What is your favorite season of Big Brother? What's yours, Dad?
I got a few of them. As I've said many times, I love the one with Jerry. He's one of my
10.
favorite house guests.
Mm-hmm.
I love 2, right? That's Dr. Will's first win. I love the All-Star season where Boogie won, because Chilltown's my favorite group. My favorite. I just love them. I love the Brigade.
Yeah.
So I like a lot of different seasons. If you notice, though, there are a lot of the older seasons.
Yeah. I will say I'm really loving this season.
I think this season has potential, but
you
they're
know
all
what?
crazy.
Actually, hang on. Do I love this season, or do I love the feeds from this season? Because the feeds from this season are crazy, but the actual season's not that great so far. Gotta be honest.
I did love your season.
Me too. Maybe I'm partial, though.
It could be that I was partial, right? But I did love your season. I thought there was some really good gameplay.
Yeah.
And, it gets overshadowed, unfortunately, but it's really, I think the gameplay was really good. I mean, Nick is the HOH, and you guys backdoored him. Basically,
Yeah, we blindsided him.
You blindsided him.
Yeah, so we didn't do what the HOH wanted.
Right.
I wonder if that was the last time that was done. Anyway.
And then you had to go and tell him why.
Next question's from Contessa Andrews. Thoughts on Cameron telling Red he'll be Hassam's spot in handfuls? I think, no, he meant the professors.
Yes.
Or Contessa meant the professors.
Yes.
Well, that is exactly why I think that Red is dumb. Like, that's exactly, like, that made no sense. Why would you think that he would automatically be in the alliance without talking to the rest of the alliance? Also, hold on, that was actually crazy. So Red found out that Felicia did not tell him about the backdoor plan and still thinks that his alliance is real and now wants to recruit Cameron in his so-called alliance. The alliance is fake. Hello, they didn't tell you that they're backdooring Hassam for a reason, because they are not actually working with you. Your alliance is bullshit, and that should have made it obvious. Red's dumb.
Okay. You convinced me.
Next question's from M. Cole21. Was it stressful knowing you were going to be on national television? No, it wasn't. And I'll tell you why. I'm thinking of America right now because I just saw a clip of her from the feeds. She's talking about, Red asked her, what are you going to do after this? What are you hoping that your after this looks like? And she said, I honestly don't know. I'm not thinking about that at all. This has been my dream to be on this show, and I just want to be here as long as possible. I'm not thinking about leaving or what's going to happen afterwards because I don't really care. I just care about being here. And I was just thinking about that when I was there too. It reminded me of myself. I see a lot of myself in America. The way that she plays, I really, really like her. I think that's why I like her so much.
So I was never on a show. I was almost on a show. I would think that I you know what? I got to tell you, I'm going to be me no matter what. And knowing going in that people aren't going to like me. Watching the show.
That's okay.
That's
Who
just
cares?
the way people aren't going to like me, and it is what it is. Of course, when we were talking to the therapist before we went on the show, I'm just like, I don't care what people think of me.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm going to go in there, try to win the game, and if people don't like my moves, they don't like them.
Yep, I totally hear that. I think that reality TV is craving authenticity, so we need you on there, Dad. We got to get you on a show.
Yeah, I like I said, I like drama.
Yeah,
I like drama. I like when people are fighting.
we really do got to get you on Big Brother or something. Can't you just retire so you can go on a show?
Not right now.
Okay.
You're making me have to,
Yeah, we got houses to buy and stuff. I know.
we got to fix them.
We got to fix.
I'm
the
not
house.
buying anything
I know.
else, but.
I know. Anyway,
Speaking of, if there's anybody out there, home TV or whatever that wants to fix a house, we got one.
yes, we do have a house that needs fixing. Anyway, I'll end on this note. So we went to my cousin's wedding this past weekend, and we were sitting. Marissa, yeah, we were sitting at a table with all the cousins, and two of our cousins listened to the podcast. Nicole and Nick, shout out to both of you guys. We love you. And I said, I need some feedback. Tell me, we got the new video component. What do we need to do different? And Nick told me, and I value Nick's opinion very much. He said that I have to be nicer to you. That's the only thing.
Oh.
So what better time to show my love than when it's just me and you on the podcast? I am very grateful to be doing this podcast with my dad. We already have hundreds of episodes that will live on forever, and I'm very grateful that I get to do this with him and with Angelica, but today we'll make it a little about this guy because we're usually very hard on him.
Well, thank you. I see. People did notice that.
Do not get used to it because this will never happen again. You do deserve all the shit that I give you too. Don't think that you're innocent.
I can't wait to see Nick.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
It's been real.